Hello, welcome to the video tutorial Spring Boot Security HTTP Basic Authentication with InMemory Users. I am Nam Haming from codejava.net. Throughout this video, you will learn how to secure web pages in a Java web application based on Spring Framework. So, while using HTTP Basic Authentication, because it's simple and easy to implement, as it follows HTTP standard, and why using in-memory users, because it's very simple authentication with the fixed set of credentials, and it's quick and easy to implement. So securing web pages using HTTP basic authentication with in-memory users is suitable for applications that require simple authentication. Let's understand some characteristics of HTTP basic authentication. There's no login form with HTTP basic authentication, as the browser provides a login dialog, and the authentication process, the login process is based on a standard HTTP protocol, no cookies, no sessions, and the credentials are weakly encoded using base 64. And base 64 is easily reversible, and it is not secured unless used in conjunction with HTTPS. And note that with HTTP basic authentication, there's no explicit logout. The user is logged out when the browser exists. And to follow this video tutorial, make sure that you have the following software programs installed on your computer. First is Java Development Kit JDK and Spring Suite IDE. MySQL database is optional, as I'm using MySQL for my existing Spring Boot project. And here are the technologies will be used in this tutorial: Spring Framework, Spring Security APIs, Spring Boot, Thymeleaf for the view template, Maven for project build, and Spring Boot dev tools, Spring Boot developer tools for automatic restart and automatic reload whenever we make changes to the code. And here are the steps which we will follow in this tutorial: add Spring Security dependency to the project, and create in-memory users, and configure HTTP basic authentication details. And then we test the login and logout process. And bonus, I will show you how to code authorization with Spring Security APIs. We start with an existing Spring Boot project. You see Spring Suite IDE, and I'm opening a product manager. This is a Spring Boot project, and let's run this Spring Boot application, and I will show you how this application looks like. Start. Okay, the application is up and running. Now we test in browser. HTTP localhost 8080. And you see, this is a product manager application, and it provides basic CRUD operations to manage products, create new products, edit, and list all products in the home page here. Let's create a new product. For example, product name is brand Xiaomi, made in China, price 60 USD. save, and you see the new product pane for what created here, and we can click the edit link to edit. For example, I change the price to 99. Save, and you see the price is updated, and I can delete a product. For example, I delete the product iPhone X Max here and delete. Okay, so that's basically how this Spring Boot application works. And now we need to secure all the pages in this application, requiring the user to log in to use the features of this application. Now let's add a Spring Security dependency to the project. In Spring Tools Suite ID, you can right click on the project and Spring Edit Status. And choose Spring Security here. Check Spring Security. Okay. And you will see the Maven's form HTML file is updated with the dependency for Spring Security here. Spring dash boot dash start dash security. And you can see the jar files for Spring Boot security and here Spring security here. And because I'm using Spring DevTools, the application automatically restarts when I make change to the project Maven file. Now we can refresh our application to see what happens. Nothing happens. I think we need to restart the application. I recommend you to use Spring Boot debug tools in conjunction with the live reload extensions to speed up development time with Spring Boot projects. Okay, now let's refresh. And you see with Spring Security in the class path, it requires a login by default, and this is a default login form provided by Spring Security. But we want to use HTTP basic authentication. So let's create a new Java class for configure Spring Security. New class. The class name is web security config, and it should extend the web security configure adapter web security configure adapter here. Finished. Here we go. And we need to annotate this class using the configuration annotation to tell Spring Framework that this is a configuration class, and to enable Spring Security we need to use this annotation, enable web security. And we need to override a couple of methods in this class. Source override implement methods. Here we choose to override the configure method with mm, parameter authentication manager builder, and the configure method with HTTP security here. Okay, and in this method we create in-memory user details. What is the authentication manager builder? In-memory authentication with username. The first username is HM, and specify the password for this user, and specify the role. This user has user role, and Spring Security requires the password encoded in strong algorithm. So we need to declare a password encoder for authentication. Here, password encoder, and we use BCrypt password encoder, which is a strong hashing function recommended by Spring Security. And to encode the password using BCrypt, we can create a new simple utility class to generate the password in the BCrypt format. Secure password generator. Check this to create the main method. Finish. And here we declare a new BCrypt password encoder. Encoder equal new BCrypt password encoder, and the raw password is code Java, and encoded password is encode raw password, and we print the encoded password. Okay, run this program to generate the BCrypt format of the raw password code Java. Run as Java application. Yeah, this is a BCrypt encoded format of the password code Java. Copy and paste into the password of this user. You should not store password in a raw format in the code. It's not secure. Okay, and then in the configure method here we configure authentication details for the HTTP security object. HTTP authorize request, and for any request the user must be authenticated to use, and we use HTTP basic authentication. That's it. We have configured Spring Security for the project with one in-memory username name password code Java row user, and configure the HTTP security to require HTTP basic authentication. Save. And you can see in the browser it automatically refreshes the web page because I'm using the live reload extensions. And you see the browser displays a sign dialog here asking to enter username and password. Well, let me show you again. You see, if I type the URL to, for example, to edit a product here, it also requires to log in. I go to the home page now and I enter the username is sm password code Java, and I'm logged in. Yeah, you see. After once authenticated, I can use features of the application normally. And now we need to display the username of the logged in user. So this is the home page of the application, and display the username of the logged in user here. In heading 3, welcome, and we use Thymeleaf syntax th inline value of variable into text. Welcome. HTTP sublet request dot remote user. So this is a username. Save. We got an error here. HTTP sublet request dot remote user. Sorry, I am missing the sub symbol here. Okay, and you see now in the home page it shows welcome name.sm. Name.sm is the name of the login user. As I mentioned previously, with HTTP basic authentication, there's no explicit logout, and if we want to log out, we need to exit the browser. So close this browser to exit. And in the project, let's try to create a second in-memory user. In here, this is the first user, and the second user with username is admin, and the password and the row for this user is admin, and using this program to generate password in BCrypt format. The password is named and run this program. This is a BCrypt encoded of the password named and passed to this second user here. Okay, save. And now we can test login with the username admin and password named open Chrome browser, localhost, and you see it asks to enter username and password, and this time I enter the username is admin. Here we go. Logged in and you see the message welcome admin. Very good, right? Exit the browser to force logout. And now I want to make some change to the authentication rules here. I want that everyone can see the home page that displays a list of products, and to edit or delete or create new products, the user must log in. So I update this method after authorize request. We use the AND method to match the home page and permit all. This means everyone can access the home page without the need to log in. And for other requests, the user must be logged in. Okay, save and open the Chrome browser to test. Now I go to the home page and it should not ask enter username and password. And you see, welcome empty because I'm not logged in. Everyone can see this page, but to create a new product, you see it requires login. Or to edit, it requires login. You see, or to delete, it requires login. So far, you have learned to secure web pages in a Spring Boot application using Spring Security, add Spring Security dependency, create in-memory users, configure HTTP, and basic authentication details, test login and logout. And furthermore, now I'm going to show you how to implement authorization for the application. For example, now I want that the users having the role user can create new product, role user or admin can create new product, but only the user having the role admin can edit and delete products. So close this browser to log out and come back to the project, and here we show you how to configure. Yeah, and matches. And for the URL to create a new product, let's see the controller class / new here, / edit, / delete. Yeah, for the URL slash new, the user must has a row, has any row, user or admin to create a new product. But for the edit, the user must have row admin. Edit or delete. The reason I'm using the EOL pattern /edit /asterisk because you see in the controller class here, the URL is followed by the ID of the product, and with this URL, the user must have the row admin to edit or delete a product. Save, and now open the Chrome browser to test. The home page doesn't require authentication. Everyone can see. But to create a new product, I must log in with either user or admin role. For example, I log in with the name SM. This user has a user role. Okay, I can create a new product. For example, iPhone 11 brand Apple, made in China, price 899. Save, and you can see the product got created here. And I try to edit, and you see I got an error page with the HTTP status 403. That means it is forbidden to edit the product. Similarly, I try to delete, and I got the same error, HTTP 403. So we can customize the error message for this unauthorized access here. After HTTP basic and exception handling and access denied page, and specify the URL for the error message page. For example, /403, and we need to map this URL with a view. The Thymeleaf template. So create a new HTML file here as a HTML text. The file name is 403. Finish. And the title of the page is access denied. Sorry, you don't have permission. And in the control class, we can write a method to forward the URL 403 here to the view, but we can also create a new Spring MVC configuration class, MVC config. This class must implement the interface. Let's see the interface, web MVC configurer here. Okay, finish, and choose to override method source. Override the method add view controllers. Yeah, okay. And in this method, we simply Add view controller URL /forward/3, and this map to the view. Set view name. View name is 403. Okay, that's it. Save. And now we can test the unauthorized access denied page. Close the browser. Open again. Localhost. Create new product requires login. Name SM. Okay. Go back. And now I try to click edit and you see. Oh. Sorry, I haven't saved this security class. Save. Four three HTML MVC config. We need to add annotation configuration. Okay. And now you can see the customized asset denied page instead of the default white label error page. You don't have permission. Let's try to delete the product and got the same error. Now close the browser to log in with the user admin who have the role admin. Localhost. Try to edit and log in with admin. And you can see with the user has a role admin, I can edit product. Edit MacBook here. Price 100. Save and delete banned for product. Very good, right? So that's basically how to implement authorization with Spring Security. And now let's go further. I want that the only the user with the role admin or user can see this create new product hyperlink, and for the links edit and delete only the users with the role admin can see. To do so, we need to declare an additional dependency for integration between Spring Security and Thymeleaf. So here we declare another dependency. Group ID is org.thymeleaf.adjust for the integration between Spring Security and Thymeleaf view template. Artifact ID is Thymeleaf dash adjust dash Spring Security 5. Save. Okay, and in the index page here, to use Thymeleaf with Spring Security, we need to declare an additional XML namespace here. XMLNS : for security. HTTPS thymeleaf.org slash thymeleaf dash features dash spring security 5 security 5. Let's check the Maven dependency to see the Spring Thymeleaf security 5 Thymeleaf Thymeleaf. Here we have the Thymeleaf Spring security 5 here. Okay. And here to secure this hyperlink, we can use the section with the Thymeleaf syntax sec colon authorize equal as any row user or admin. Okay. HTML as save and a close browser to force logout. Go to localhost. Let's try to use the method has a row, only a row user. Try to restart the application. Okay, that's again. That's the authorization localhost. And you see no more the hyperlink to create a new product and no hyperlink to edit or delete product because this user is not logged in. Very good, right? You can do the same to display only the welcome message if the user logged in. Like this. Try to the method has any row user or admin. Save. And now I will log in. Try to edit and log in with the row user name is code Java. Sorry, you don't have permission because only admin can edit. I go to the home page and now in the home page you can see it shows the hyperlink create new product and no, you see no hyperlinks to edit or delete products. Create new product. I can create a new product normally. Brand 5 Xiaomi made in China price 88. Save. and she's a new product got created here. But this user doesn't have permission to edit, or delete product, and I don't see the hyperlinks to edit or delete products as well. Close this browser and test. You see, for the action, we use apply the same authorized hero admin here for the actions. Hero admin here for the hyperlink, edit and delete. Now let's test again. Localhost. And you see now this time we don't see the welcome message. Now try to get a new product and log in with user admin. And go to the home page. Now you can see the admin can see all the hyperlinks, create new product, edit and delete. Edit MacBook made in China. Delete iPhone 11. Very good, right? So far you have learned how to secure web page for Java web application based on Spring Framework using Spring Boot and Spring Security APIs with in-memory users, and you also learned how to do some implement some code for authorization. I hope you will find this video to helpful. Please click subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Thank you.